Okay. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Let's find a comfortable seat. I want you to have gratitude and be thankful for the first thing that comes to your mind. Maybe it's your cup of coffee, whatever it is, and just let that fill up your heart. It's a good way to start your day. Focusing on what you have instead of what you don't have. There's so much going on in the world. We are fortunate to be able to take 30 minutes just for ourselves. And it's not something to feel guilty about. It's just make sure you appreciate it. Your body, your breath, your life. And when we take care of ourselves, we are able to serve others, whether it's our family, our pets, our friends, the community. And I just want to remind you that sometimes we have fear. Fear could be in the form of anger from the past or anxiety about the future. But our breath, this breath in this moment, and when you focus on that, it anchors you into the present. Our thoughts don't do that. They go in the past, they go in the future, they worry, but we let that go right now as best we can by breathing. Breathing in, and then breathing out, if you can, through your nose. And with this inhalation, let's make sure we're sitting tall as best we can. And then as we exhale, deliberately, intentionally, shoulders down and slightly back, opening the heart. Inhaling, noticing the expansion of your ribs as they flare out, the lungs expand, the belly elevates or expands. And then as we exhale, we try not to sink back down and collapse with our posture. So as we exhale, we release it. Eyes are soft. Relax your jaw. Perhaps we can extend the exhalation. And remember, the purpose of that is to trigger physiologically the relaxation response by stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system. So there is a purpose for extending that exhalation and just releasing, letting go. As we let go this next exhalation, let's bring the chin down, keeping the heart nice and full and lifted. And then extend up through neutral, opening the front of the neck and using caution as we go back, noticing how it feels. And now we're going to bring it back down. And I want you to just gently nod yes. Yes to whatever the day has in store for you. We're going to meet our challenges with a breath so that we can think rationally. And now bring your awareness to how this feels. Come back to neutral. And now we're just going to turn our head to one side, find that end point. And now to the other side. Again, noticing what you feel. When you get to one side, let's hold it here. And bring the chin down and up. Just a little bit. This range of motion is small. Just explore how it feels. I just want to remind you that these are easily done at your desk. You can stand up and do these. You can sit down, do a twist. All right, let's come back to neutral. Bring it back. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to the other side. We're going to hold it here, and then if you wish, just a little nod, range of motion, exploring how it feels. Remember, no pain. I'm working with my cousin right now, and she does yoga therapy. It's a whole huge deal. Lots and lots and lots of hours of study. And she said no pain, and she keeps making me reduce my range of motion. All right, bring it back to neutral, and we'll take the ear down. So when I want to go side to side like that, I want to go more, and she can tell that as I go to the right, my chin lifts a little bit because I've had a whiplash injury that still is with my neck, and I shift as I go to the side. And so she said, no pain, you need to shorten your range of motion. And that's a very hard mindset for me. Come up through center and exhale down. We're always taught more is better. We're always taught that. And I don't necessarily have that mindset, but I want to increase my range of motion instead of keep it shorter. So I'm working on it. All right, bring it up and let's roll the shoulders back. So make this a big shoulder roll. Notice what you feel, where you feel it. Appreciate that you have this range of motion. All right, and hold it back, opening the chest, and now the opposite direction. Good. Okay, so let's inhale tall, take our first twist, either side. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, looking over your shoulder. So sometimes we get so focused on the twist, we might crunch our shoulders up. So remember, down, lengthen, lifting heart, crown of the head reaches to the sky. Release it back. Inhale tall. Exhale. Now, everything we're doing here, you could do at your desk. Better yet, take a 3-minute walk every hour, every couple hours, and then sit down and do this. And release it. We're going to go to each side again. Inhale tall, maintain the extension, rotate carefully, shoulders down. And now I'm going to turn my head and look over the other shoulder, back to the other side and switch to center. Inhale tall, rotate, turn your head, come back and release. Good. One last thing, reach up, 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 take it over. Opening through the side body, supporting with this hand. Now leading with the ribs. Imagine that a string is attached to your lowest rib, pulling you up. Second side, reach up, find the extension with the inhalation. Exhale over to the side. Breathing. Trying not to crunch my shoulder up to my ear so my neck is long. I'm still reaching the crown of my head away. Now imagine pulling with that rib. Good. All right, let's shift over to our quadruped position for our cat and cow. Once you're there, then just want to take a picture. Start breathing. You don't need me. Just gonna take my roll. Okay. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling or exhaling. Remember, you can do either one. Just move and breathe. Okay. So let's do a hip hiker. I think I talked about those last week. So I'm just going to bring my left hip towards my left shoulder. So that's all I'm doing. And now my right. So this is strengthening the muscle that runs along your spine, your quadratus lumborum. Now, let's take the shoulder towards the hip. So the same time you do that hip hiker, now bring it back through center. Inhale, exhale, do the hip hiker, the shoulder. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale, and this time turn and look at your hip. I can't really see my hip. My shoulder's in the way, but just turn your head. Inhale, exhale. Another way you can think of it is I'm making a C curve with my spine. Just continue on your own. One more time. And the other side. Good. All right. Let's curl the toes under and shift back. So my heels are up. And we're just stretching the bottoms of our feet. Walk the hands out. So I'm going to come into my kneeling plank. Bring it back. Pressing through the bottoms of the feet. Bring it back. Now we're going to add a push-up. So down and up. Now stretch the bottoms of your feet. Inhaling back to that kneeling plank. Exhaling down. Trying to bring your belly in so you're coming up as a unit with your torso. It's very hard, but that's just what we're working on, trying to strengthen. One more time. Inhaling, belly in tight, support your back. Now, as you come back up, belly in. There you go, support that back. And now relax your toes, plantar flex, and shift back. Deep, complete breath. Remember, you can stack your fists under your forehead. So there's not a right or wrong way. Right now, I have my knees together. When I repeat child's pose, I'm going to do it with my knees apart. So you can play with it. Do what's best for you. Perhaps right now you want to shift your hips side to side. Perhaps you don't. It's up to you. No pain. Lots of deep, complete breath. All right, inhaling, we're going to go into our spinal balance. So back to our quadruped. Remember, this is for our core. Really, the navel draws in, supporting the low back, and this is for strengthening the back. So left leg, I'm going to keep mine bent because the bed's in the way. Right arm, finding balance. Keep the shoulder away from the ear. Breathe. And bring them into touch, or they don't have to touch, just take towards one another. And then extend. We're holding the extension a little bit longer today. Try not to let the belly droop. Bring it in. Rounding, extending. And bring the hand down, and then the knee. So let's just kind of weave, make a serpentine movement. Just wiggle. I just want to move the spine. So it's kind of organic. Now, so we kind of released those back muscles, and now we're going to work them again. This time, right leg, left arm, shoulders down, neck long. Try not to drop your head. Eyes are looking down, and bring it in. You can round the back here, extend out, draw the navel in, holding, breathing. As you exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend, hold. You don't have to hold your breath, just hold the position as best you can. And bring it in. Last time. Hand comes down, knees come down. And again, this time we're going to do an exhalation, a cat, and then go to the side. Cow, go to the other side. So we're making a big roll. Aren't you glad we're not in a class and people can't see you? This is just moving organically. Again, we're trying to move our body, especially our spine and hips, so that those muscles in the back release. All right, so now we're going to come back to our kneeling plank, perhaps your full plank, you decide. Come down, open up into cobra, working the low back as well as the upper back. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. And release it down. This time, just for a test to make sure you're not pushing, we're going to lift the hands. So lift up. Remember, it doesn't have to be high. That doesn't mean you're working harder if you lift up higher. Breathe, spirit fingers, and release it down. Bend the knees, windshield wiper, releasing the low back. Extend the legs. Coming back. You can have your hands down or lift them up. I'm going to lift them up, so I'm pressing my hips into the ground, strengthening my legs, contracting those muscles, and my toes are pressing into the ground. Shoulder blades back. Breathing. Exhale, release it down. And now this time, instead of windshield wipering, we're going to shift the hips. Let one hip come up and then the other. Again, releasing that back. All right, hands come under last time. So use your hands this time. Come up as far as you want. If you want to come up a little farther, you're welcome to. Shoulders down and back. No pain in your back. Turn your head one way. Turn your head the other way. Perhaps you're working your triceps or your shoulders as we move back and forth and as we breathe. Come back to center, release it down. Push with your hands, belly in. This time I'm going to have knees apart for my child's pose. Get a good back stretch, perhaps the hips as well. Send your hips back as far as they go. Just a reminder, having a little washcloth rolled up behind your knees if you have knee pain may help. Find your breath. All right, let's bring it back up and we're going to rotate onto our back. So focusing more on our anterior part of the body now, but I want you to remember that your breath is primary. So here we go. Hands are stretching up and we're going to bring them up. And as they come over my shoulders, they're going to bring the shoulders with me. My lower back is down. I'm reaching my hands, but I don't let my shoulders creep up. I want the shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe. We're going to hold it just a sec. Inhale. And then exhale, release it back. All right, knees go to one side, then up, and then to the other side, and up. Here we go again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slowly coming up. And imagine reaching a little more up, up, up. Lower back is down, shoulders down. Imagine opening through the upper back as you contract through the front. Don't hold your breath, please. All right, inhale. Exhale, release. Now knees go to the right. And hold it, just feel the stretch through your hips, your legs, through your belly, back up through center, and then to the other side. Knees come back up. Here we go. Ready for another crunch. Inhale. Exhale as we curl up. Shoulders down. You got to be intentional because when we are not intentional, they creep up. So reaching. I'm not digging my chin into my chest. I'm just looking where the ceiling meets the top of the wall. focusing on my breath. Okay, inhale, exhale. All right, to either side, up center, to either side. Bring it back, lower back down, inhale, exhale, bring it up. So we're going to maintain it here and just do 8 little pulses. If you have any discomfort in your back or your neck, then I want you to just go back down and then come back up like we were doing. Little pulses. I've lost count. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. All right. Turn your head side to side. When you get tension, it's important to pay attention and stretch. All right. Left leg is extended. Right knee comes in tight to the body, and we'll pull up. This is for a lower back stretch as we bring our head up. Okay. So I'm going to take this right knee with the left hand and we'll do our rotation. So if I want to hang on to this left leg with my right foot, I can take it over. For this twist, I'm keeping my shoulder on the ground, and I can keep my hand on that knee or above the knee that's twisting. I can keep my gaze forward. I can turn away from the knee, or I can go back and forth. I have so many options. The only option you don't have is breathing. You got to do that one. Deep, complete breath. All right, bringing that knee in again. And let's switch. Second knee comes in. This is my left knee. Head comes up. And now we'll take that right hand. The left knee goes across. Just breathe. Wherever you're feeling this, everybody's different. All of our bodies are different. So we're going to might be feeling it in a different place. So remember, no pain, but a little bit of slight discomfort with stretch is not a bad thing. Breathe deep and notice how as you release the breath, you might soften into the stretch a little deeper. Turning your head back and forth. The opposite shoulder is on the ground. Let's release that hand that's extended and just roll over on our side for our last minute. Thank you for joining me. Hope you guys have a great day. Namaste.